Baylen out loud. Baylen stuns her family with wedding venue and date change. Exclusive clip. Baylen sits down with her family and delivers some major news. She's not only changing her wedding venue, but also moving the date up. The reason? Their original choice left them venue poor, plus many guests couldn't attend their bachelor/bachelorette trip because of the location. Baylen and Colin decided to move their wedding right up the road from her parents. Colin added of the new spot, it's closer to an airport. It has accommodations on site. In a confessional, Baylen's mom Julie admitted there was definitely a sense of relief knowing the nuptials would be closer. Baylen said moving the location meant having the wedding a whole month earlier. In the confessional, Julie added, "It feels like they're starting from scratch," and her husband Alan added, "It always feels like they're starting from scratch." Baylen also told her parents, "We can no longer get the down payment back on the original venue. However, even out of that money, we are still saving thousands." In the confessional, a producer asked Julie and Alan if they were upset that Baylen and Colin signed with the first venue without talking with them. Julie said, "Ask me in 5 months if we have to end up being the ones to pay it off." Tune in Tuesday. Part 1. Baylen shocks her family with a major wedding change. Fans of the TLC reality series are about to witness one of the biggest wedding surprises yet. In an exclusive preview clip, Baylen Dupree gathers her family together to reveal a decision that no one saw coming. Instead of moving forward with the wedding plans everyone had been discussing for months, Baylen announces that she and her fiancé, Colin Dooley, have decided to change both their wedding venue and their wedding date. The unexpected announcement immediately catches her parents off guard. Baylen explains that the couple carefully reviewed their plans and realized their original venue was creating financial pressure. According to her, the location was making them feel venue poor, meaning too much of their budget was being consumed by the wedding site itself. At the same time, several friends and family members were having difficulty attending wedding-related events because of the venue's location. After discussing their options, Baylen and Colin decided that a fresh start would be the best solution. They found a new venue much closer to her parents' home, making travel easier for guests and reducing overall costs. Colin points out that the new location is also more convenient because it is closer to an airport and offers accommodations on site for visitors traveling from out of town. While the change comes as a surprise, Baylen believes it will ultimately make the wedding experience better for everyone involved. However, there is one major consequence. The couple must move their wedding date forward by an entire month. That revelation leaves the family wondering how they will manage all the planning in such a short amount of time. Part 2. Family reactions to the surprise announcement. As Baylen finishes explaining the reasons behind the sudden changes, her family struggles to process the news. The decision to move both the venue and the wedding date is much bigger than anyone expected, and several family members immediately begin asking questions. While they understand Baylen's concerns about cost and convenience, they are worried about the amount of work that still needs to be completed before the big day. Baylen's parents appear especially surprised by the timeline. Planning a wedding is already a challenging task, but shortening the schedule by an entire month creates additional pressure. Invitations, travel arrangements, decorations, catering details, and countless other wedding preparations must now be completed much sooner than originally planned. Despite the initial shock, Baylen remains confident in her choice. She explains that she and Colin spent a great deal of time discussing the situation before making their final decision. Rather than continuing with a plan that no longer felt right, they wanted to create a wedding experience that would be more comfortable and enjoyable for both their families and their guests. Colin supports Baylen throughout the conversation and reassures everyone that the new venue offers several advantages. The location is easier to access, provides accommodations for visitors, and helps the couple stay within a more reasonable budget. For them, the benefits outweigh the challenges that come with reorganizing the wedding plans. As the discussion continues, the family slowly begins to understand the couple's perspective. Although the sudden change creates extra work, it is clear that Baylen and Colin are focused on building a celebration that reflects their priorities rather than simply following the original plan. The emotional conversation highlights the importance of flexibility, communication, and family support during one of the most significant moments of their lives. Part 3. Baylen and Colin stand firm on their decision. As the conversation continues, Baylen and Colin make it clear that the decision was not made impulsively. The couple carefully weighed the advantages and disadvantages before choosing to change their wedding plans. While they knew the announcement might upset some family members, they felt it was important to do what was best for their future together. Baylen explains that wedding planning can become overwhelming when expectations begin to outweigh practicality. She wanted a celebration that felt meaningful rather than stressful. By selecting a more convenient venue and adjusting the date, she believes the event will be more enjoyable for everyone involved. Her goal is to focus on the joy of marrying Colin rather than getting caught up in unnecessary complications. Family members continue to express concerns about the shortened timeline. Some worry that vendors may need to be rescheduled, while others wonder whether guests will have enough notice to adjust their travel plans. These concerns are understandable, but Baylen remains optimistic. She believes that with strong organization and support from loved ones, everything can still come together successfully. Colin also emphasizes that the wedding is ultimately about the couple's commitment to one another. While details such as locations and schedules are important, he feels that the heart of the celebration remains unchanged. His calm approach helps ease some of the tension in the room and encourages family members to view the situation from a different perspective. By the end of the discussion, it becomes clear that Baylen and Colin are united in their decision. They understand the challenges ahead, but they are determined to move forward with confidence. Their willingness to make a difficult choice demonstrates their commitment not only to their wedding day, but also to building a strong partnership as they begin the next chapter of their lives. Part 4. The pressure of planning a wedding in less time. After the initial shock begins to wear off, the reality of the situation starts to sink in for everyone involved. By moving the wedding date up by an entire month, Baylen and Colin have significantly reduced the amount of time available for final preparations. What was already a busy schedule has suddenly become much more demanding. For Baylen, the decision brings both excitement and pressure. On one hand, she is thrilled that she will be marrying Colin sooner than expected. On the other hand, she knows there are still many important details that must be completed before the ceremony. Every remaining task now feels more urgent, from confirming guest lists to finalizing decorations and coordinating with vendors. The family quickly realizes that they will need to work together if everything is going to be ready on time. Relatives begin discussing ways they can help, whether by assisting with organization, contacting guests, or handling last-minute arrangements. The situation becomes a reminder that weddings often require teamwork and support from loved ones. Meanwhile, Colin remains focused on the positive aspects of the change. He believes the new venue better reflects the type of celebration they want to have. Instead of worrying about the challenges, he encourages everyone to focus on the opportunity to create a memorable event that feels personal and meaningful. As the planning process accelerates, emotions run high. There is excitement about the upcoming marriage, but there is also understandable stress as deadlines approach. The couple knows that unexpected obstacles may arise, yet they remain committed to making the most of their new plans. This chapter of their wedding journey shows that even carefully planned events can take unexpected turns. For Baylen and Colin, adapting to change becomes an important lesson as they prepare not only for their wedding day, but also for the many surprises that married life may bring. Part 5. A new beginning for Baylen and Colin. As the family adjusts to the news, the atmosphere gradually becomes more positive. Although the wedding venue and date changes initially cause surprise and concern, everyone begins to see the advantages of the couple's decision. What once seemed like a stressful complication is starting to look like an opportunity for a better and more meaningful celebration. Baylen feels relieved after sharing the news with her loved ones. Keeping such a major decision secret had been difficult, and she is happy that she can finally discuss the plans openly. While there is still plenty of work ahead, she believes the hardest part was announcing the changes and explaining why they were necessary. For Colin, the experience reinforces the importance of making decisions as a team. Throughout the planning process, he and Baylen have faced challenges together, and this situation is no different. Their ability to communicate, compromise, and support one another demonstrates the strong foundation they are building before marriage. The family's growing acceptance of the new plans provides an emotional boost for the couple. Instead of focusing on what has changed, they begin concentrating on what truly matters: the celebration of Baylen and Colin's love and commitment. The wedding may look different than originally expected, but its purpose remains exactly the same: As the special day draws closer, excitement continues to build. Friends and family are eager to see how the new venue will transform the wedding experience, and many are looking forward to celebrating in a location that is more accessible and convenient for everyone involved. This exclusive moment highlights the reality that wedding planning rarely goes exactly as expected. However, it also shows that with flexibility, determination, and family support, unexpected changes can lead to even better outcomes. For Baylen and Colin, this surprising announcement marks the beginning of an exciting new chapter, one that brings them one step closer to saying, "I do." Part 6. Looking ahead to the big day. With the major announcement now behind them, Baylen and Colin turn their full attention toward the final stretch of wedding planning. The couple understands that the coming weeks will be busy, but they are determined to make the most of every moment. Instead of dwelling on the challenges created by the schedule change, they choose to focus on the excitement of their approaching wedding day. As preparations continue, Baylen becomes increasingly emotional about the journey she and Colin have shared. Their relationship has grown through many important life experiences, and the wedding represents the beginning of a new chapter together. Every completed task, from confirming vendors to organizing guest accommodations, brings them one step closer to that milestone. Family members also begin embracing the updated plans. While some were initially hesitant about the sudden changes, they now recognize how much thought the couple put into the decision. Their support becomes invaluable as deadlines approach and last-minute details require attention. The new venue starts to generate excitement as well. Because it is more convenient for guests and offers additional amenities, many relatives believe it could ultimately create a more enjoyable experience than the original location. What began as a surprising change is slowly transforming into a source of optimism for everyone involved. Throughout the process, Colin remains a steady source of encouragement for Baylen. Whenever stress levels rise, he reminds her of the bigger picture. The wedding is not about having a perfect event. It is about celebrating their commitment and sharing that moment with the people they love most. As viewers watch this story unfold they see more than just wedding planning drama. They witness a couple learning how to navigate unexpected situations together, a skill that will be essential throughout their marriage. With the big day rapidly approaching, anticipation continues to build, and everyone is eager to see how Baylen and Colin's revised wedding plans ultimately come together. Part 7. Family bonds grow stronger through the challenge. As the wedding countdown continues, Baylen and Colin discover that the unexpected changes have brought their families closer together. What started as a surprising announcement has evolved into a shared effort to ensure the wedding is a success. Everyone understands that time is limited, but that challenge motivates them to work together more closely than ever before. Baylen is touched by the support she receives from her parents, siblings, and extended family. Even those who initially questioned the decision are now doing everything they can to help. Whether it involves coordinating schedules, assisting with decorations, or simply offering encouragement, their involvement reminds Baylen how fortunate she is to have such a strong support system. The experience also gives family members a chance to reflect on how much Baylen has grown over the years. Preparing for marriage is a significant life step, and many of her loved ones feel proud as they watch her take charge of important decisions. Although they may not always agree with every choice she makes, they respect her determination to create a wedding that reflects her and Colin's vision. Meanwhile, Colin continues to strengthen his relationship with Baylen's family. By openly discussing the reasons behind the venue and date changes, he demonstrates his commitment to honesty and communication. His willingness to listen to concerns while standing by the couple's decision earns the respect of many family members. As wedding preparations move forward, excitement begins to replace uncertainty. The family starts imagining the ceremony, the celebrations, and the memories that will be created on the big day. The focus shifts away from what has changed and toward what lies ahead. This chapter shows that major life events often come with unexpected obstacles. However, it also highlights how challenges can bring people together. Through teamwork, understanding, and mutual support, Baylen and Colin's loved ones are helping transform a stressful situation into a joyful journey toward marriage. Part 8. Excitement builds as the wedding approaches. With each passing day, the excitement surrounding Baylen and Colin's wedding continues to grow. Although the couple faced uncertainty after changing both the venue and the wedding date, They are now beginning to see their vision come to life. The hard work, long planning sessions, and difficult decisions are finally paying off. For Baylen, the upcoming ceremony feels more real than ever. As final arrangements are completed, she becomes increasingly emotional about the fact that she will soon be married. The journey has not always been easy, but every challenge has helped prepare her for this important moment. She is eager to celebrate not only with Colin but also with the family and friends who have supported them throughout the process. Colin shares that excitement as well. He is looking forward to seeing everything come together after weeks of adjustments and last-minute planning. Despite the pressure that came with changing the wedding plans, he believes the decision was the right one. The new venue feels more personal, more comfortable, and better suited to the celebration they envisioned. Family members are also becoming more enthusiastic as the big day draws near. Many of the concerns they initially had have been replaced by anticipation. They can now see the benefits of the new arrangements and are eager to gather together for a memorable celebration. At the same time, there are still a few final details to complete. Like many couples preparing for a wedding, Baylen and Colin must balance excitement with responsibility. Every task that gets checked off the list brings a sense of accomplishment and moves them one step closer to their special day. As viewers continue following their story on, it becomes clear that the wedding is about much more than a venue or a date. It represents the culmination of a relationship built on love, trust, and perseverance. With the ceremony just around the corner, everyone is eager to witness the next stage of Baylen and Colin's journey together. Part 9. The final countdown begins. As the wedding day gets closer, Baylen and Colin enter the most intense phase of their preparations. With only a short time remaining before the ceremony, every day is filled with meetings, phone calls, and last-minute decisions. While the pressure can be overwhelming at times, the couple remains focused on the reason behind all the planning, their commitment to one another. Baylen finds herself experiencing a mix of emotions. There is excitement about becoming Colin's wife, but there is also nervousness about making sure everything goes according to plan. Like many brides, she wants the day to be special for both their families and all the guests who will be sharing the celebration with them. Meanwhile, Colin continues to be a calming influence. Whenever unexpected issues arise, he approaches them with patience and a positive attitude. His steady support helps Baylen stay focused and reminds her that perfection is not the goal. What matters most is the love they share and the memories they will create together. The family also feels the excitement building. Relatives who were once concerned about the schedule change are now counting down the days until the ceremony. Conversations shift from logistics and planning to anticipation and celebration. Everyone is eager to see Baylen walk down the aisle and begin this new chapter of her life. As the final preparations come together, the couple reflects on how much they have accomplished in a relatively short period of time. Changing the venue and moving the wedding date forward seemed like a risky decision at first, but their determination and teamwork have helped turn that challenge into a success. This stage captures the excitement, stress, and anticipation that often accompany a wedding. With the big day now within reach, Baylen and Colin are ready to leave the planning behind and focus on what they have been waiting for all along, the moment they officially become husband and wife. Part 10. A new chapter begins. After weeks of planning, unexpected changes, and emotional conversations, Baylen and Colin finally reach the moment they have been working toward. The challenges they faced along the way, from changing their wedding venue to moving their wedding date, have tested their patience, flexibility, and commitment. Yet those experiences have also strengthened their relationship and prepared them for the future. As the wedding day arrives, there is a sense of excitement and relief among family members and friends. Everyone who supported the couple throughout the planning process can finally celebrate the occasion together. The concerns and uncertainties that once surrounded the last-minute changes are replaced by happiness and anticipation. For Baylen, the day represents much more than a wedding ceremony. It marks the beginning of a new chapter in her life, one filled with new responsibilities, opportunities, and experiences. Looking back on the journey, she realizes that every obstacle helped shape the celebration into something more meaningful and personal. Colin feels the same way. Throughout the process, he remained focused on what truly mattered, building a strong future with Baylen. The venue, decorations, and schedule were important details, But the heart of the event was always their commitment to one another. Standing beside Baylen, he knows that all the hard work was worth it. The couple's story serves as a reminder that even the best-laid plans can change unexpectedly. What matters is how people respond to those changes. Baylen and Colin chose to face challenges together, communicate openly, and stay focused on their shared goals. Those qualities will likely serve them well as they begin married life. As viewers watch this memorable journey unfold they see more than just a wedding story. They witness the growth of a relationship, the importance of family support, and the power of perseverance. By the end of this chapter, Baylen and Colin are no longer simply planning a wedding, they are beginning a lifetime together, surrounded by the people who love them most.